What is up, adventurers, and welcome to a brand new ShawnSetGO video. For those of you wondering why I haven't been making videos super consistently lately, actually I haven't been feeling very well these past few weeks. Allergies have kind of been kicking my butt, so I've been not feeling super well. Trying to make content, but by the time I get to it, I'm like exhausted and just full of meds. So it's pretty rough, but that being said, we're going to be jumping back into content once things get back to normal. But I wanted to make a quick video talking about some of the updates that came with a future season 3 possibly coming up. So the article that came up, actually this is what I saw after the fact, was this one, and it says vote for your favorite War Within dungeon, winners included in season 3 Mythic Plus. What is up, adventurers? FutureSon here, just to tell you about a brand new affiliate that we just got on board with, and that is goldcap.com. For those of you not aware of the products that they offer, basically they enable you to get the gold that you've been needing in the game, whether that's in retail, Cataclysm, Classic. They have tons of guides available for you to finally get enough gold to afford things on the auction house. It's really difficult to really get enough gold to do a lot of things you want to do in retail or in the game at all, but you shouldn't be limited by the knowledge that you don't have when you shouldn't be punished for it. So join goldcap.com, use my link as well. I'm trying to get a discount code, and this is a great way for you to be able to get the gold that you need in game. So join now, use my affiliate link so you can get those extra bonuses, and then also be part of the great Discord community that they have. They have amazing people who can help you along the way and get the gold that you're looking for. So a couple of these comments, a lot of these comments revolve around some similar answers, but a few of them specifically saying things like, I fear this poll will ultimately boil down to the easiest dungeon rather than people's favorites. I'm expected Ara-Kara, Dark Flame Cleft, Dawnbreaker, and Ara-Kara to score highly. I do as well. I enjoy Floodgate. Do I want to see it in season 3? No. I think that's rarely happened, but where they've had a dungeon exist in 2 seasons back to back like that. That would be interesting to see if they do it, but I bet Ara-Kara will be chosen just for the trinket. Yep, that's the common thing I see a lot. I personally love Priory. It's nice and quick with big pulls and a really cool vibe. Yeah, I feel like it's very mixed as far as the opinion I get from Priory. Some people just really enjoy it. I like the vibe of it, but nothing else. I like that it's a 3 dungeon boss. Technically, even the little generals that you got to get out of the way. I would say the timer feels kind of tight for all that mess. I mean, like, of course, Mythic Plus, it's all about routes, right? But I guess I'm not a huge fan of, I guess, the last boss, like up to the last, from second boss up until last boss. To me, I guess, doesn't feel very good, but I guess I understand the enjoyment. Fun fights, great visuals. That's okay. That's not too bad. Until the mobs start scaling and everything nukes you and you can't avoid it. It's fun pulling the final trash on a big pool and dying to the death explosion. Yeah, no, I think that final room with all the mobs, it's so annoying. It really is. I hope Dawnbreaker doesn't come back. That was buggy. That's the other one I hear a lot. I mean, when Dawnbreaker first came out, a lot of people were of the opinion that, oh wow, this is highly ambitious dungeon. It's doing all of the new things, and it's doing it's really great, and it's very new, and it doesn't feel like it's borrowing. And then later on, people really didn't like it at all, and they're like, it makes me sick and that type of thing. I, for one, I enjoyed how, I guess, the layout and like the flying between the areas. I guess I would say it's one or the other. You either clear it super easy or it's a pain to do. So I guess I understand people's like unenjoyment of it. But overall, I think I enjoyed it. Shocked to see Ara-Kara on the top of the list. I only did up to 11 last season, but I stopped during Ara-Kara all at once. I got the portal. Are people just voting it because they want the stupid eggs all over their bodies again? Strong trinket, easy dungeon. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be a lot of the reasonings for people. Anyways, let's take a look at the results. In the results, Ara-Kara holding the first place spot, Operation Floodgate with a second place spot, Priory with a third place spot, and Dawnbreaker with a fourth. And you can see the spread here. For the most part here, I would say semi-even number of votes, but I mean, like there's only a few here where maybe the rankings would change slightly if given to one, like say NA or just an EU. So not too bad of a spread overall. Like right here, Priory and Dawnbreaker, you know, swapping places. So super wild. Now, something that I guess blows my mind, or not blows my mind, but it's just kind of funny, is the City of Threads sitting so low. And I think I understand why. I think a lot of people, I think the people who voted for it got loot from it. I think it's once again, I think it has a good vibe. Once you learn the routes, it's definitely a lot smoother. I think it's just length. Like, I think length will kill it. Same thing with Stone Vault. I think Stone Vault has a good vibe. It's not bad. It's reminiscent of like old like Titan-esque dungeons. But I think that navigating it isn't the best, and it's super linear. So it is kind of bland, I think, overall. Same thing with Rookery, just kind of bland. And that's just kind of the way it is, of course. Let's go to some of the comments. This one says, let's say imbeciles voting on Ara-Kara, which I think is funny, slightly. And then, honestly, it would be pretty funny. They start whining, and then you say you get what you're voted for. Yeah, because so you get Ara-Kara in the rotation, and they nerf the trinket. Yeah, I got a feeling that if they were to bring it back, there's no way they would let it happen twice, where it would dominate, unless they're just really just bottom of the barrel scraping, not able to find something. Melee friendly dungeons, great choice. Yeah. Operation Floodgate, Dark Flame Cleft, Rookery, Stone Vault. How much do you hate your healer? This guy. Yes. Oh my gosh. Ara-Kara and Dawnbreaker. What a snooze fest. I would say Dawnbreaker was fun. Ara-Kara to me wasn't fun, but the loot was good. So I mean, it's not the worst thing. Absolutely hate Floodgate. The rest are fine. Sack and Priory combo would be good. Fun dungeons in my opinion. Although I've ran Priory over 40 times now for the hero version of the trinket without a drop. Annoying. At least I know the dungeon well. Not sure why people have a problem with it. Yeah, I mean, I guess, I agree with not liking Floodgate. I think that a lot of people who love the open concept and tons of routes, if you like it based off of purely that, it's totally fine. But for me, the open side of it, I just hate wasting so much time just walking around and running around. It feels so aimless. I prefer a more linear dungeon, but then again, there are exceptions to that rule. So I just don't think this is the exception to the rule. I know a lot of people will disagree with that. That's totally fine. It's just, that's just where I stand. I'm sorry. 601 votes for City of Threads. Ban them. Oh, brilliant. That's too much. Awesome result, not only because of the trinkets, but because since 3 out of the 4 dungeons are 3 boss dungeons. Although knowing Blizzard would probably include some long and awful 5 boss dungeons for earlier expansions to compensate. More 3 boss dungeons, please. No 5 boss dungeons. Am I crazy to think that when it comes to doing 5 boss dungeons, that it should be an option of 3? Probably not. Like, I'm probably wrong in that, but I think that 3 boss dungeons just in Mythic Plus just make a lot more sense. I understand doing like higher timers and like those things compensate, but I think that it just sways people away from Mythic Plus, I think, in the long run. I would love if dungeons were, you know, like BRD, you know, back in the day, but I don't think you can replicate that in current retail WoW, unfortunately. I don't want Ara-Kara. The last boss is atrocious for melee. Yeah, that's true. People just want sack brood. That's true. I don't miss the Ara-Kara. Didn't miss the Ara-Kara trinket, but there you go. At least the instance itself is short. Yeah. Not as fan of Ara-Kara as Mistweaver. Yeah, a lot of people just not liking the dungeon. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Honestly, while I feel like the last month of Priory is cringe, I don't really like Floodgate as a whole. I can live with these four. Could have been so much worse. That's true. I think it's like, you know, if you're picking like the how bad could it get? This is not a bad 4 set to have. No trinket here. Move along. So these are the voting results on the Reddit thread. Around 30k votes between EU and NA. There's hundreds and thousands of N+ players. These kind of votes should be done in game, not in a website page. Most people won't even know exist. The average player, even the average N+, won't even care about some trinket farm half as much as the overall enjoyability of the dungeons. Nope, people care about trinkets clearly. To the 600 City of Threads voters, who hurt you? Are you okay? Crazy that Priory got that high amount of voters. I think it's because it's fresh on the brain. I think a lot of the votes that go to those could probably like contribute to that it's fresh. I mean, Floodgate, for example, is brand new, so that makes a lot of sense. Floodgate's a W. The dungeon's so much fun. I hate a dungeon that is so crowded. I get this. It is open concept, but it's still very easy to butt pull. And the whole like last boss area is quite crowded, and the ceilings are crowded too. It's very claustrophobic. So it's not like it doesn't have it at all. It's just the first area is very open ended. Season 4. People really dislike Ara-Kara as a dungeon itself. Unfun, boring. Yeah. So a lot of Ara-Kara hate that I wasn't expecting, but I guess I understand. If you really didn't love the trinket, then maybe that's the reason. You know, like if you didn't have a reason, then everything else was crap, I guess. Why would anyone vote for Dawn? Generous timer and bosses. Trash doesn't feel super punishing when grouped with randos. That's the other thing about Floodgate that I don't like. All the trash feels super HP high, with mechanics, with insane trash mob mechanics. Everything feels like a slog, because all the mobs have insane health, and then they also have like an insane amount of mechanics just for mobs. It's too much. And I hate the state of current trinkets in the game. You get 2 to 3 choices across the dungeon and raid. Now dodge the other 30 awkward POS trinkets they throw at you constantly. That's true. Very, very, very much valid. When is season 3 coming out? Like end of August, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's too early to soon. There won't be any old dungeons in season 3. I would love to see King's Rest and Maw of Souls make a comeback. Yeah, I think it's a bit, what is the word for it? Ignorant to be like they're not going to do any of the old dungeons. Yeah, nah. As someone expert of unpopular opinions, I generally think that Ruby Life Pool is the best dungeon from Dragonflight. I generally think that Priory is the best dungeon of the World Within. 3 bosses, big pools without 7 billion knockbacks and no toxic puddles. I mean, there's concentration, I guess. It's astonishing visually, the drop dead gorgeous and amazing color scheme. Yeah, I guess the big open like area, I get that, you know. For the first time in a super long time, all the opponents in the dungeons are humanoids. Bosses are fun. I'm gonna say something controversial. I think the last boss is fun. I think everything around it sucks. So I mean that's just the way it is. I still have to do Floodgate after this season. I hate that dungeon. Oh my gosh. For me personally, I like Floodgate. Possible big pools with pretty low amount of import interrupt. Great flow of the dungeon, decent boss designs. It's a lot of movement. It's a lot. You're going a lot of places. Same with Priory, massive pools, manageable heal checks, decent bosses. Dawnbreaker seems to be the most controversial here. I like it too. Decent big pools, pretty fast if done correctly. yeah, if you know what pulls to do, you can do big pulls. Hopefully they fix the ship bugs. I had ship bugs until the end of the season, so definitely agree with that. It needs to be fixed. Ara-Kara, I absolutely hate the last boss with my guts. Yeah, it was very poor for melee. The whole dungeon is very awful for melee. It really is. The first boss can't be stressed enough, like how poorly that can go if people don't know what they're doing. Which was often. Priority is so terrible to heal on my Mistweaver Monk. I don't know why people picked it. Is it about the loot? All the choices here are due to the loot provided by them. People think Blizz will let them have multiple strong trinkets, Sack Brood, Seaphorium. Of course, it's really the trinkets that will be giga nerfed. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a mixture of things. It's trinkets, but it's also people like short dungeons. People like great visuals. Sometimes people like the music, you know, with that. I think it kind of goes with the visual aspect of it, so the kind of the vibe. But yeah, loot, visuals, short is probably the most common things. Honestly, the one I'm surprised the most is that like, if I were to say like which one I guess I disagree with the most in its placement, it would probably be something about Floodgate. I just, you know what? I've had so many Ara-Kara keys break. Like the dungeon itself sucked. But was the trinket worth it? Maybe like it's just like I just really dislike the dungeon overall. Just the amount of times, like either tanking or DPS, it just felt awful. So, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think? Ranked low that should have been ranked high? What do you think those ranked high that should have been ranked low? Let me know in the comments. Of course, give this video a like, subscribe to the page while you're at it. On top of that, join our Patreon. You can check out to see what we're posting on there. We're doing podcast episodes, Q&As. We're doing polls on there, so you can see some of the exclusive content, the behind the scenes stuff, as well as some of the React content that I plan on doing as time goes on. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.